Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. Let's play The Binding of Isaac. Northernlion's challenge runs, whatever. Well, not whatever. This is not going to be a challenge run, but I am going to do a vanilla run here. The reason being that I've basically just gotten off the plane from Toronto to Vancouver. So I'm back on the West Coast, back in the non-echoey recording space, which is awesome. I'm going to take Maggie because I partied with Michael A.L. Fox and J. Smith OTI for a few days, and my whole body hurts. So I'm feeling like Maggie might be the best selection because maybe she will put me into a position where, you know, having 4 starting health and the Yum Heart, I can maybe be a little bit better off. You know, I've got a little more tolerance for failure, let's put it that way. But I'm not feeling hungover, I'm not feeling jet lagged or anything like that. I feel okay, just a little wonky, basically. But I gotta get back to recording, I gotta get back to work. It's been like 5 days. And the good news is, because of the Steam sale, I haven't really missed much in the way of new releases. I'm still gonna basically be in that position that I've been talking about in Let's Look Ats for a while, where I've basically been like, well, there's been nothing new really coming out, so I'm just going back and checking out some old stuff. So I'm gonna be looking at some weird and interesting stuff in the next few days, which, to be honest, I'm kind of excited for. But I'm really excited to basically just be back, you know, doing what I love, making videos, bullshitting basically constantly for you guys. So I hope you guys are happy to have me back. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos that went up over the holiday season. Hope you enjoyed your holiday seasons personally, you know, Happy New Year and all that, even though it is going to be like January 4th by the time this goes up. This could be very interesting right here. I was really hoping, well, it paid for itself, you know, 2 bombs, as well as a Spirit Heart there. But, of course, what's my endgame here with Maggie? My endgame, or my overall strategy, is I am amazed that I didn't take damage there, is that I am going to be trying to parlay these early health advantages into deals with the devil. And you know what? I can't promise that there isn't going to be a Spirit Heart, or sorry, a Mom's Knife or Brimstone appearance on this run, but I'll do what I can, as always, to make things more entertaining. This is just my way of saying, you know, I've been out of the saddle for a while. It's good to get back. It's like when you haven't masturbated in a while. You don't want to jump straight into like the tranny, anal, you know, latex, smoking fetish stuff. I'm not trying to judge you if you're into that, but you got to work up to that. You can't just start with Brazilian fart porn. You got to just go for nice young lady shows her ankles first. That's what this run should be called. Nice young lady shows her ankles. Anyway, good health upgrade. I can take that from the first floor. Again, parlay that something into something even better later. And hopefully we won't have to deal with the Curse of Darkness too much longer, because I really would like to see where I'm going, see where I stand. We are going to shoot the fire here because there is the possibility that we'll get some money or keys in it. I desperately need those keys right now, but we can't do too much about that. We can open this chest and get a couple of cents and a bomb, but that's not really going to do it for us, is it? Now, there is one interesting development to point out here. Now, I have no idea. I probably shouldn't even bring this up just in case it doesn't come to pass. But I'm told... Well, I shouldn't say that. That's misleading. I was there. When we were in Niagara Falls, Michael A.L. Fox, Josh Smith, and some other friends of mine were in Niagara Falls, you know, living it up, going to the Boston Pizza every night. We did record an Isaac episode on Mike's, like, 4-year-old Mac. That key is invaluable. Like, 4-year-old Mac with, like, his onboard mic that is, like, the 3 of us doing co-commentary. You know what? Mom's Bra is probably better than Yum Heart in this situation. That'll be probably the only time I'll ever pick up that item, is when it replaces an item that I consider even worse. But we're doing fine for health right now, so I think Mom's Bra might be interesting. I always forget how, long it lasts, number 1, and, how many charges you get per room. But the freezing is actually fairly long here. Don't do that! I was in a great position there. But yeah, the 3 of us recorded a probably awful Isaac episode on his onboard microphone of his 4-year-old Mac. The frame rate is garbage, and we are all pretty damn intoxicated. He's assured me that the episode is fine, and will probably see the light of day. So, you know, keep a lookout for that on his channel. It'll be undoubtedly the sloppiest collaboration of The Binding of Isaac that's ever been done. Mike's the one playing, by the way. So it's almost like an Isaac 101 episode, I guess. But I believe he made kind of record progress in that, which is pretty crazy considering how, you know, stupid we should have been at that point. This is probably Mom's Bra worthy, but I'm just hanging back a little bit because I want to save it for the boss room. Mostly I'm just doing dipsy doodles around these guys here, trying to get some space. Come on, just hit one of them. Stay far enough. Oh, god damn it. I thought I was so far out of range there. I was like 100% confident there. Oh well, it's fine. You know, it's been a while since I played Isaac here. I gotta get my Isaac calibrators back on. So we're gonna wait for Pin to do another jump. Then we're just gonna freeze him in midair, basically. And this should allow us to do a fuck ton of damage to him. We're gonna put this bomb over here. That'll do a lot too. Probably only need to use one. Maybe not, and I took some terrible damage, which may actually ruin my chances of getting a deal with the devil, but wow! We are getting some killer items here, getting the pentagram already, so our damage is out of control. Might not even need Mom's Knife or Brimstone. Instead, I could just roll with, like, getting constant tears up and just have, like, a huge rate of fire. Because the toothpicks gave us a little damage up, I believe, anyway. And of course, the pentagram gives us +2 damage, I believe. Now, I obviously hate this room. We're not doing nearly enough damage to compensate for the fact that these guys have dickishness that's off the charts. But they're dying reasonably fast, and I'm okay with that. So we're going to move on here. So there's a couple of videos that I'm very interested in making. That was a lucky spirit heart. As soon as possible. I'll talk about that in a second. First things first, we got Remote Detonator. I'm not going to replace Mom's Bra with Remote Detonator. I just wanted the 5 extra bombs you automatically get for picking up Remote Detonator. I guess it's an item that could be valuable in certain situations. And maybe if I got Pyro or something, I would consider using it. But as of right now, bombs are still a tactical advantage, not necessarily a combat advantage. They're things that are going to help me. You know what? This is worth it just to save myself the fucking hassle here. I picked up a couple of weird games over the past few days that I'm interested in doing some Let's Look Ats or even possibly series on. Excuse me? You really? I was in the middle of telling a story there, you dongle horn. How are we gonna do this? Put a bomb here. Wait, how are we gonna do this? Something doesn't make sense here. Let me think about this. I can make a bridge, but then what do I do with... I guess I can make a bridge and then just blow up the other one. This might cost me 3 bombs if I want to blow up the Spirit Heart too, but I'll get 3 bombs out of it. As well as whatever's in the Spirit Heart, so that's okay. Like, we'll break even regardless there. But anyway, those weird games, as I prepare to blow up this Spirit Heart here, and I pick up a golden chest, which I can't even open, which makes that sort of a waste of my time, but I broke even regardless. I picked up a game called Seduce Me that got a little bit of press recently. It was, like, on Steam Greenlight, and as I've been told, it was about to be green-lit before they pulled it, because it's actually got an ESRB rating of adults only, because there is some, like, genuine nudity in it. As far as I know, it's one of only a few games that's gotten that. One of them certainly being BMX XXX. I remember that made a big splash. Anyway, yeah, so I'm interested in doing a very highly edited Let's Look At of that. It's weird. It's almost like euchre mixed with a dating sim. It's very difficult to explain, and the reason it's notorious, or it's gaining some kind of fame, is because some of the guys that worked on it actually worked on Killzone. Like, they used to work for Guerrilla Games. Or Guerrilla Games, whatever. Anyway, so that's one of them. Another one is called, I actually forget the name, but it's this Xbox Live indie game where you sort of make your own robot, and the robot shoots basketballs. The best way I can put it, it's based on some kind of, like, real-life robotics competition where you build your own robot that shoots basketballs, and, you know, you gotta get it in the hoop. The team that gets the most, that builds the robot that's most effective at shooting the J, gets some kind of prize. But they've amazingly, this has come out for Xbox Live indie games, not arcade, just indie games, and it's fucking crazy. It's got some multiplayer in it. It's just off the wall insane. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's $3, which is pricey for an Xbox Live indie game. I'm using Mom's Bra here because I know I can rebuild that stack before the boss fight a little bit later. Might still get hit by the greed head here. Yeah, I was a little concerned about that. I think the dodging was appropriate there. And the other one was Cart Life, and Cart Life is probably the best of all three. This is a game that a lot of people... I have gone to the item room here. Yes, it was Remote Detonator. A lot of people have been telling me, like, Northernlion, you gotta check out Cart Life. And also, I was totally wrong. We cannot rebuild our stack here. But we can find the secret room for once, and maybe go to the shop and buy more keys, because that's really where my priorities lie. I've got to stop losing my train of thought. You see, when that commentary, ability to commentate games, man, is just like a muscle. You gotta build it. That's why, as I continue to lose my train of thought, when people are always like, Northernlion, what's your advice for a new commentator, YouTube bullshitter? Basically, my main piece of advice is, like, just do it continuously. Like, don't worry too much about, you know, brainstorming in the concept phase to start with. Just go out there and record, like, 100 videos. And then see how good your commentary is after that. Because it really is something you have to train. But in any case, we didn't find the secret room. Fighting this guy whose name I can never recall. Bomb did quite a number on him. I did still manage to get hit, though, which means we have probably lost our chance at a deal with the devil, but that's okay. So far, the boss items have been fantastic for us. Anyway, the other game is Cart Life. Cart Life is almost, it's like a side-scrolling RPG about, it's not even really an RPG, it's just the best way to describe it. About, basically, you have a bagel cart or a newsstand or a hot dog cart. It depends whether you have the free version or the paid version, which I actually do have. And you just kind of like, it's almost like Lemonade Stand in a way, like you're running your own business, but it does also have RPG elements in it as well. There's a story, shit gets pretty crazy, it's quite artistic, so I'm looking forward to playing a little bit more of Cart Life and then doing a video on it. The other ones we'll see videos on fairly shortly, but in any case, that's what I've been playing recently, which is pretty weird. But that's why I kind of like this period of the year as a double-edged sword. I love when there's new games because it always gives me material to cover. There's always exciting new stuff. Whether it's good or not, oftentimes it doesn't really matter. I really should have used Mom's bra in this room. It's fun to look at new stuff, but it's also fun to look at weird stuff, like stuff that will never ever make it on Steam for one reason or another. Because primarily, of course, my coverage is focused on indie games that are released by major distribution platforms. Not just indie games always, but games that are released by major distribution platforms. Steam, Xbox Live Arcade. This should make this way, way easier on me. Yeah, Steam, Xbox Live Arcade, and I'm looking forward to doing more A, PSN, and B, Nintendo Wii U eShop stuff this year. Did anyone get a Wii U for Christmas? I'm interested in knowing, like, where everybody feels on the Wii U for right now, because I've had one since launch, basically, and I haven't picked up anything new for it in a long time, and earlier today, I was on Metacritic, I think. I know Metacritic is not always the best place to look for things like, you know, release lists, but I went there and it was like, okay, let's see what's going to be coming out on the Wii U so I can, you know, plan for, you know, pre-ordering or sending review requests and stuff like that. And it was like Rayman Legends and then a couple of weird sports games, not like Madden or anything, like ESPN Sports Champions, and then one other game that looked absolutely garbage. And that was it for like the next 2 months. So I think a lot of that stuff, like, you know, Bayonetta 2, for example, Monster Hunter Tri being ported to North America, that shit is still scapular every single time, man. I think that stuff is still to be determined. Like the release date is still to be announced. Release bait is sounds like a command in Deadliest Catch Alaskan Storm, which was also the genesis of the USS Buttfucker. I'm gonna save the Mom's bra for now because I definitely shouldn't have saved it. No, because I definitely want to make sure I have it for the boss. Even if we lose the Spirit Hearts, it's not a huge deal. Doing very well with respect to regular hearts. I just wish we got more money. I mean, I know I should be looking for the secret room. I'm going to use it here. I know it's hypocritical, but otherwise I was pretty confident I could be hit by these guys on this really kind of claustrophobic type layout we've got here. So yeah, in terms of my Wii U purchase, like, obviously from a professional standpoint, I'm glad to have it because it means, you know, it's just one more avenue for coverage, basically. And it's nice to be there, like, when the console first launches, so you can get kind of a feel, like, I was a fairly late adopter of the Xbox 360, and I'm a very late adopter for the PS3. So to be there for a console's launch and hopefully follow its lifespan is going to be interesting. But right now, things do not look, like, supremely promising. Like, it absolutely could be 100% better. I am just going to move on throughout here. Like, still the only games I've really been enjoying a lot on the Wii U. I don't enjoy Zombie U that much. I think it's an interesting title, and it's way better than I thought it would be, and Fox and I shit-talked it at PAX for, like, an hour on that podcast. But I've really only enjoyed New Super Mario Bros. U and Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land primarily, but if you don't have anybody to play it with, then Nintendo Land is just like... It's worse than playing Mario Party against the computer for the most part. I can get down with playing Mario Party against the computer. When I was a kid, I played, like, Jeopardy against the computer all the time. That's an exercise in frustration, because the computer will either answer something that's absolutely insane. It's like, who was the first president of the United States? SpongeBob SquarePants. Or, it will come up with the right answer every single time. Like, there's no plausible wrong answers that ever come out, or at least back when I used to play those games all the time as a child. That's what you get when you're an only child, man. You're playing multiplayer games, you gotta enjoy playing them against the computer. Please give me a deal with the devil. Please, HP upgrade's cool. If I could ever trade it for anything. We should probably, with all the stuff that I have, we should go back. It's been a fairly decent run so far, and look for the secret room. You never know. You could get Epic Fetus. You never know. You could get 1-Up or the Ankh. You never know. Dad's Key, which is not that good. Money, which is decent enough, but I'm not gonna go to the shop over that, unfortunately. I wonder if there's been, like, a slight change in the algorithm for secret rooms, just to keep them away from, like, boss trap rooms. I've still been able to bomb my way into item rooms and shops occasionally, but bombing my way into boss trap rooms is something that has not happened for quite some time, if I remember correctly. Of course, I could be totally misremembering. I mean, there are a fair amount of episodes in this series, believe it or not. If you're just joining us, it's got to be overwhelming. Occasionally I get people that tweet at me and they're like, just finally restarting Northernlion's Isaac series. I'm like, holy fuck. You are dedicated. Like, you have way more dedication than I do. I mean, I appreciate it. There's no question about that. But this is a monumental series. It's almost meant to be more like... It's not meant to be like a Firefly or a Mad Men with respect to TV shows. It's almost meant to be more like a Tonight Show with Jay Leno or something like that. It's like, if you miss an episode, you know, maybe Jay Moore was on last night, it's no big deal, just come back next time, we'll still be here. That's really what the series is all about, is like consistent, daily or near daily programming. You know, it might not be the most refined anymore, but, you know, people like what people like, and I still enjoy playing the game. Plus, I gotta keep my skills sharp over the next year for the release of Rebirth, of course. So the Sun card is absolutely valuable. I'm not sure when I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it right now. That was probably a poor use, don't get me wrong. But we got the Magician card out of it, so who's laughing now? Probably some guy elsewhere who's watching, like, an Aziz Ansari stand-up bit or something. Okay. That's a decent item, don't get me wrong. Bob's Rotten Head. It's actually not a decent item. It's a fairly bad item. Feel free to get me wrong in that situation. Because I was basically just offering up a bold-faced lie there. Please kill yes, thank you. I got confused there because I was going to say bold-faced lie, and then I thought, man, how awesome is Ghostface Killer? My brain just couldn't handle all of that at once. So we're going to go to the mob trap room. Thankfully, it didn't make me waste any keys, and for once, oh, we got a key too. We are going to go to the shop on this floor. So we've only got 2 shops remaining. It hasn't really been a good episode so far for, you know, hitting. Oh, it's been a great episode for walking into things, but for picking up money, it hasn't been great so far. I'm just gonna pop the Magician card, mostly because I feel like, you know, it's gonna be more useful on a room where we're gonna be dealing with a lot of enemies as opposed to a little. I can feel like my skill coming back, but I can also feel that there's been a drop-off with respect to where I was a few days ago. I'm not saying I'm the best Isaac player. I have this conversation like every time I come back from an extended Isaac absence. But, you know, there is a noticeable drop-off in terms of my skill when it's been a while since I played. Not saying I have to remain at some kind of elite level of Isaac play, but, you know, you get the gist of what I'm trying to get at here. I'm not sure what's up with that champion. That could be one of the, like, bomb-throwing ones. So I'm just trying to stay away. It's not. It's just a regular... Well, it's a champion, so it's not a regular, but it's a normal-ish. Normal type, anyway. If it was a Pokemon, it would be like Mankey or something. Mankey might be fighting type. I never got the difference between fighting and normal. Like, that's actually really good. That's full health plus 1 health upgrade. Isn't Mankey, like, fighting is a normal Pokemon activity. That's like saying, oh, this human's a normal type and this one's a type that likes drinking water. Like, normal humans like drinking water. I used to go to a fairly white trash school, and I remember once this, like, she was probably like 8 or 9 and weighed like 300 pounds, and she's like, I don't like drinking water. And I was like, you should... I'm not trying to judge anybody. If you don't like water, man, you gotta start appreciating that shit. It's like saying you don't like oxygen. I get it, fruit punch tastes delicious, don't get me wrong. But when you're all dehydrated, a nice glass of water is basically the best thing you could possibly get. It's cold, it's refreshing, what more could you want? Don't like the taste of water? You put some Crystal Light in it or something. I'm not getting paid by artificial sweetener companies, I promise. So I'm gonna kill Greed here. He's gonna just jerk off as I go to town on him, which basically sounds like how I spent that whole vacation. Now, we do have a lot of money to spend on the next floor. Sadly, we're only gonna have 1 shop to make it work, and we are gonna have to fight in every room here. Hope there's no empty rooms. Oh man, this would have been a nice opportunity for Mom's Bra. Reason I'm getting a little freaked out here is because we're getting kind of close to the wire. I mean, our health is fine, but rooms like this can take it down fairly easily. And suddenly, I'm not feeling as strongly about the damage that I'm doing as I was before. But very slowly, we will whittle down these leapers. I am hitting them occasionally, believe it or not. They're hitting me occasionally, too, which is probably easier to believe. If you are to believe the commenters, of course, and the general sentiment regarding the skill of my play. But in any case, oh, just back it up again. Alright, Green Leaper, what you got for me, buddy? That was a close call. Alright, another nickel. Again, good money. I mean, if I could get anything from the shop at this point, Candle would be beautiful. If that's not gonna happen, then I would absolutely love to get, like, Battery or Nun's Habit or 9 Volt. Just something that allows me to use Mom's Bra a little bit faster. If I could use it every 2 rooms instead of 3 rooms, you know, might seem minor, but that's the kind of thing that can make a marked difference over time. Like, maybe you run into a room that has, like, 8 zombies in it and you have Mom's Bra, whereas if you didn't have that battery, you wouldn't have Mom's Bra. So it does make a difference. And obviously we are just going to save Mom's Bra after we get it on this floor, or sorry, on this room, because we are going to want to use it on the boss, unless we come across like a room in our next area that is absolutely like unfathomably harder than the boss that we're going to come across, which is incredibly unlikely. But you know, things like that do happen. So let's move on throughout here. We've got Zombie Room, which is rough, but the thing is I can justify using a bomb to at least kill one, because that's going to give us 3 bombs. So it's not even like I really used the bomb for combat. It's like I used it for a combination of both combat and, you know, function. I'm probably going to use another one. Please just stay in the... Well, okay. He mostly stayed in the range. I still hate these guys. They're not the reason they're annoying is not necessarily because they're super difficult. It's just because they take forever to kill. And as long as you make like one mistake, you're gonna get hit. Well, we might as well take the left hand for now. I kind of dislike this trinket, to be honest with you. Maybe we'll get a better one here, but oh, this is awesome. So we're gonna be fighting Gish, which means we will get Little Gish. I'm digging this bomb combat too. Yeah, so we will get Little Gish, which is a great item. Wow, Gish is very resilient. I did not realize that. Again, one of those things that makes me feel like there's been an update recently or something. Because I always thought Gish was super easy to kill, but I guess it's hardy. It's got a lot of HP. It cranked up its vitality stat instead of its strength stat, which is cool, you know? That's what I do in Dark Souls. That's the ultimate Dark Souls build, man. Just pure resistance. I am getting destroyed by this other Gish. Like, it just... my jumps are, like, my dodges are perfectly in phase with this one Gish's movements. Now, we haven't gotten any deals with the devil because I've been playing really badly, but this means that we could possibly get, I'll move out of the way, a deal with the angel very shortly. So we're just going to keep it up here, keep dodging. Get away from me, Little Gish. You are annoying as hell. This is seriously like one of my favorite boss fights to get in here because it's usually, hasn't really shown that way so far, but it's pretty easy. And beyond that, you get a great item for it guaranteed. As opposed to the Fallen, which is like the exact opposite. It's a fairly difficult boss fight, and oftentimes you get a fairly garbage item. I guess Pony kind of factors into that too. So we're going to take Little Gish, that's awesome for us. Slowing in addition to Mom's Bra. We are going to get Lord of the Pit as well, which is not great, considering there's like Spirit of the Night in the game now. But you know, flying items are always beneficial, provided you don't have one already. Especially passive flying items, so I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth on this one. Lord of the Pit is a solid item, and this is shaping out to be a fairly non-Wrath of the Lammy episode so far. I mean, a lot of the health upgrades we picked up, or at least a couple of the health upgrades we picked up, as well as the Tears upgrades, I guess, that I picked up are Wrath of the Lamb, but everything else, like, if you were just to glance at this quickly, you might not even understand that. You might not even think Wrath of the Lamb was involved in this one at all. But okay, that doesn't really matter. We're just going to get these guys down to the ooze state. I'm going to hold right on the keyboard for 100 years here. Could take a little while. But I think slowly but surely they're all getting whittled down. I hope that blue guy drops some spirit hearts. I've been a little spirit heart low. I'm a little low on hearts in general now that I took that trade. We do have lifesteal here, an item that I never really appreciate the power of, but what could actually become pretty valuable for us here. Now keep in mind we are going to be losing the left hand on this floor to pick up the Polaroid. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think we have very much of a chance of getting to the chest anyway, unless we come across some truly magnificent items a little later. Well, you know, that's a start. But it's, you know, we gotta do it anyway, basically. I'm just gonna pop a bomb down here, just to get the, oh, yeah, just to get hit, I guess, for no reason. There goes my spirit heart that I just got, but I picked up another one, so it's all good. Net change of 0 on this room. Basically just gonna whittle these dudes down, now that we have Mom's Bra. And again, I've gotta make sure 100% I go to the shop on this floor, because it could prove immensely valuable if I pick up, you know, Nun's Habit, or Candle. There's a lot of items. There's a lot of ones that wouldn't be useful at all now, considering I have this. Like, I definitely do not want Ladder. Any item I could buy but Ladder and Notched Axe and Portable Slot Machine, I'd probably be okay with. So let's see what we got here. Steam Sale would also fall into that category of items that I really could not use at all. So, we're not going to take the Steam Sale. We might as well buy the Bomb because we don't need the money. We might as well buy the Tarot card, which is just the Hermit, which is maybe okay because it'll function as like a teleporter for us. Not now, but, you know, eventually in the near future. Maybe not even the near future, maybe the far-flung future, but it'll be something for us anyway. The key was worth picking up, but overall, kind of a bust on shops. But item rooms have been very kind. Ooh, almost opened that by accident. Item rooms have been very kind to us so far, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. Mostly the factor that is causing us to not do very well here is just my play. It's not the game screwing us over. My damage is pretty strong. My stats are all pretty good. I'm flying. But I am also running into Larry Jr., which is something that I cannot justify, except to say, you know, it's been a while. So I'm definitely going to take the Emperor card with me. That's substantially more valuable than the other card that I have, which was the Hermit. And we have a perfect position here. You bet you thought, Northernlion, you're an idiot, you're not using Mom's Bra here. Well, the answer is, I can basically just hang out over here and I have no need to use Mom's Bra. So I can just stay put, and as these guys come in, I'm basically getting free lifesteal occasionally too. Not that I need it anymore, but it's okay. We'll knock these guys over. Took a while, but it got the job done. Much like the opposite of my experience with intercourse, which takes no time at all to fail completely. And we're just gonna keep moving on here. I probably should have used Mom's Bra against Gluttony, but you know, again, it's one of those things where like my brain is in a good place right now, but I guess my hands aren't, because I'm thinking like, you know, Gluttony, easy dodge, and I think mathematically that's the right decision if you can dodge him. Unfortunately, apparently I can't, so probably should have just used it and bet on the safe side. But hey, we found the boss. I'm not sure how much damage we're gonna be able to do right away, because obviously we're gonna pop Mom's Bra as soon as possible. The slow is gonna give us a lot of opportunities to do more damage to the foot, but you know, we'll see, basically. Just gonna wait for Mom's Bra to come down. Or sorry, Mom's foot to come down. Too many Mom items in this game. And I'm not gonna use a bomb, because I want to save those for the Mom's Heart boss fight, where I think they will be desperately needed. So, you know, we basically managed to do like 30% damage to her with one Mom's Bra. That's pretty solid. It's gonna take us a lot longer. Like, it's not gonna scale well, because we're not gonna be able to do damage as consistently as we were before. It's okay, though. Just don't die, and this will be a success so far. Hasn't been an unbelievably great run by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, the Mom fight is all about just consistency. Just hold steady, stay positive. Boys and girls in America, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just gonna stay roughly in the middle, because that's a good position for me to be in. There's lots of rocks that I can just hang out on top of if some shots come in. And Mom's body will continue to destroy some of them, which is good too. I didn't even notice that one was coming down. I got distracted by that hold steady reference earlier. That was a terrible dodge on my part. And things are getting a little low now, which is worrying. That's okay. Don't worry about the meta elements of this game, or the meta world peace. Just worry about staying still when you need to, and dodging when you need to. That's pretty much Isaac in a nutshell. Stay still when you need to, dodge when you need to. That corner did not prove as valuable as I thought it would be. Neither did that one, but that's okay. She's down to about 20%. Man, this would be so much easier if we just had a battery. But you can't always get what you want to, can you? That was really dumb of me. We're down to 1.5 hearts. And I should really stay away from those extremities here. That was... wow. Got really lucky to not be hit there. Okay, the foot has come down, lifesteal's come down. This proved to be a more surprisingly difficult fight than I thought it would be. That is for damn sure. And Little Gish is not helping me out nearly as much as I thought, but the lifesteal is. That's... oh, Scapular might actually save our lives here. We're so low. Like we're encased in carbonite. Oh my god, please. Oh, it ended! I did not believe that was going to happen. That was totally me squandering a good run. But in any case, thank you guys for watching this video. It's basically my welcome back to Vancouver. Welcome back to regular video production. So I, you know, understand it if I'm a little bit rusty, a little bit jet laggy with respect to either my, you know, motor control or my commentary control. But in any case, we'll get back into the swing of things ASAP. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.